Hey. Okay, your overall energy was hold your vision. First card was prosperity lies ahead. And the last card is a new start is coming. So when I clarified prosperity lies ahead, I got the King of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles and the Tower. So I understand now why your overall energy was hold on to your vision, because I feel like Spirit wants you to still stay ambitious. They don't want you to let the fire die, because I almost feel like you guys are being challenged right now, and I feel like Spirit wants to see if you're going to rise up to the occasion, because I feel like you've been putting in a lot of hard work when it comes to your career, when it comes to your growth, when it comes to growing your finances. And I feel like you throughout this year have seen little investments come back, and you've seen like a little bit of growth on the investments that you have been making, and it's almost like you're at a stalemate and you're not happy right now with the progress that you have made, because you've been really putting, I feel like I'm speaking to people who've been putting in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for months to years into a particular project, into a particular career, into growing it. And it's almost like you took a leap of faith by stepping out, by being this leader. I think I'm speaking to people who are business owners. Like, there's some entrepreneur spirit, and Spirit doesn't want you to stop. Spirit doesn't want you to let that die out. Like, Spirit is like, no, keep up the fire, because there's going to be a tower moment, I think, of clarity that comes through, that's going to put the battery in your back to make you start going after what it is that you desire even harder. It's almost like Spirit wants you to be more bold. I think that's where it is. Like, Spirit was like, you want your work to be seen. You want to be seen, where you have to be more bold. You have to be more assertive and more stubborn about being seen. But I'm going to clarify this Tower. I feel like the reason why you haven't seen the growth and the prosperity that you have been seeking is because something had to crumble. A foundation within you had to crumble. It's funny because the Hangman fell sideways. So this is a spiritual lesson that you're still being challenged with. There's certain ideas, there's certain beliefs that you had that were limiting you, that were keeping you stuck. Or maybe it was just the idea of you feeling stuck and stagnant, and you rolling with that idea. Spirit is asking you to release that. Spirit is asking you to look at things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. It's like you guys have, like, something has to crumble within you. So I wouldn't be surprised if you do have some insight that makes you realize, like, damn, this is the reason why it hasn't been, like, I haven't been being seen. My work hasn't been being seen. I haven't been making the money that I've been desiring, that I've been worthy. I haven't received the job opportunity that I've worked so hard to get. I feel like once you have that Tower moment of clarity and you realize what needs to be broken apart, what needs to dissolve, it feels like it's almost like you become reborn again. And it's like now you have this new opportunity in front of you to start manifesting properly, because I feel like you have been putting in the work, and you don't mind putting in the action, but it's like now you're going to start manifesting from your heart. That's what needed to be. I think you were manifesting too much, like, in your mind, like, how do I want to say, like, I feel like you were manifesting in the sense of, like, ego instead of your heart. And I feel like Spirit wanted you to tap into your heart space, because that's the only way you're going to make the money that you desire, by being creative, by being passionate, by loving the work that you do, loving yourself, and attracting those people that love you and love your work as well too. You know, I think you were too much in your ego, and I think that's what's being destroyed. Some foundation is being destroyed, and you're going to start releasing that. And that's what's like, Spirit had to sit you down for this spiritual lesson and pass you on the tools, the knowledge, so that you can build a better foundation for yourself that's going to have that longevity. It's like you needed to change certain structures, and I think Spirit is like, you need to mentor, finding a mentor. And it's like, whether you have a personal mentor or you just watch people like on YouTube or wherever you can get the knowledge, the expertise, Spirit is like, yes, like you did great by doing it this far on your own, but Spirit is like, now it's time to learn from learn from where you want to be. Like, maybe there's a person in a spot that you want to be in, and Spirit is like, study them, watch them, mentor them, take notes, learn what you need to learn in order to grow and develop this better business model for yourself, these better practices for yourself, so you could create a solid foundation. Because it's like you're building the solid foundation for the prosperity that lies ahead. But it's like right now, because this card actually fell in reverse, I feel like the prosperity is still coming for you, well, coming towards you, but it's almost like there's certain things that have certain structures, certain plans in place that have to be adjusted, and a lot of it has to do with you. So with a new start is coming, I clarified, got the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands, and Justice. So yes, I feel like a new start is coming. It's because you granted it yourself. I feel like it's because you're coming into union with what your higher self has always wanted for you. And I feel like a lot of it had to deal with you being kinder to yourself, you being more loving towards yourself, you being more compassionate to yourself. I think that was a lot of it. Like, I feel like Spirit is like, before you get blessed with this money, we needed you to be a whole lot sweeter and kinder to yourself. We needed the peace to be there. We needed you to create a solid foundation for yourself. There was a lot more growth that needs to happen for you. So I feel like with this, like, Spirit is asking you to bring in compassion, harmony, and peace and kindness to yourself as you're going through this career journey, as you're going through this entrepreneur journey as well too. And I also feel like with Justice too, it's like you're granting yourself that justice. Spirit is like, also make sure that you give yourself justice by two things: correcting the imbalances within yourself. And I feel like Spirit is like, make sure that that decision aligns with your morals, aligns with your values, aligns with who you are as a person. And I feel like Spirit is like, also, if you're going to work with somebody, if you're going to get into a partnership, make sure that that person, you and them, are on the same page. Make sure you guys are communicating. Make sure you feel like this is actually a harmonious partnership. Make sure that you feel like that contract is fair and just. Make sure you read over the contract. Make sure you feel like things are balanced. Make sure that you feel like, okay, this is actually a healthy option. Consult with Spirit. Pray to your spirit guides. You know, like, this is like the new start that you're entering. It's like the only way that things can F up right now is if you do not make the decisions that are in alignment for you. And Spirit is like, take the time that you need. Be patient with yourself. Pray to us. We're always going to guide you to where you need to be. It's almost like, don't make a hasty decision. Don't make a fast decision. And don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to share what you need to share. I think that's a main thing too. I think a lot of the time too, I'm speaking to people who are perfectionists. And I think what you don't realize, what also attracts people to you, is your vulnerability. And it's about how authentic you are, how much you want to share with the world, how hopeful you are and optimistic you are. I honestly feel like when it comes to this, like, because like I said, the Lovers were in reverse. I feel like this is a lesson where Spirit is like, before you make a decision on who you want to work with, what projects you want to take on, what decisions you want to make in your career, make sure make sure you're in alignment, and make sure you feel like this is an alignment for you. Make sure that you have talked it out. Make sure that you have read through it. Make sure that you feel like it aligns with who you are as a person. And I think that's what Spirit is. Spirit is like, you needed to figure out who you were as a person. You need to tap into your heart. You needed to start working from your heart space. And you needed to have more fun and creativity, more creative vibes with your job before we started to usher in new business opportunities, new business contracts, because we need you to make sure that you know who you are before you start signing these deals. Because it's that quote where it's like, new levels, new devils. And it's like, Spirit's like, we wanted to make sure that you felt solid within yourself before we granted you this wish. Before you get these wishes. Like, anyways, if this resonates, please comment down below. Please like the video. And please follow.